are these your unusual weeds to each part you does give a life? No shepherdess, but Flora, peering in April's front. This your sheep-shearing is as a meeting of the petty gods, and you the queen on it. Sir, my precious lord, to chide at your extremes, it not becomes me. Oh, pardon that I name them. Your high self, the gracious mark of the land, you have obscured with a swain's wearing in me, poor lowly maid, most goddess-like pranked up. But that our feasts in every mess have folly, and the feeders digest it with a custom, I should blush to see you so attired, swoon, I think, to show myself a glass. I bless the time when my good falcon made her flight across thy father's ground. Now Jove afford you cause, to me the difference forges dread. Your greatness hath not been used to fear, even now I tremble to think your father by some accident should pass this way as you did. Oh, the fates! How would he look to see his work so noble, vilely bound up? So, what would he say? Or how should I, in these my borrowed flaunts, behold the sternness of his presence? Apprehend nothing but jollity. The gods themselves, humbling their deities to love, have taken the shapes of beasts upon them. Jupiter become dull and bellowed, and the green Neptune a ram and bleated, and the fire-robed god golden Apollo, a poor humble swain as I now seem. Their transformations were never for a piece of beauty rarer, nor awaited so chaste, since my desires run not before mine honor, nor my lusts burn hotter than my faith. Oh, but, sir, your resolution cannot hold, when 'tis opposed, as it must be, by the power of the king. One of these two must be necessities. When then we'll speak, that you must change this purpose, or I my life. Thou dearest Perdita, with these forced thoughts I prithee darken not the mirth of the feast, or I'll be thine, my fair, or not my father's. For I cannot be mine own, nor anything to any, if I be not thine. To this I am most constant, though destiny say so. Say no, be merry, gentle. Strangle such thoughts as these with anything that you behold the while your guests are coming. Lift up your countenance, as it were the day of celebration of that nuptial which we two have sworn shall come. O Lady Fortune, stand you auspicious. See your guests approach. Address yourself to entertain them sprightly, and let's be red with mirth. Fie, daughter, when my old wife lived upon this day, she was both pantler, butler, cook, both dame and servant, welcomed all, served all, would sing her song and dance her turn, now here at upper end of the table, now in the middle, on his shoulder and his, her face afire with labor, and the things she took to quench it, she would to each one sip. You are retired, as if you were a feasted one, and not the hostess of the meeting. Pray you bid these unknown friends to his welcome, for it is a way to make us better friends, more known. Come, quench your blushes, and present yourself that which you are, mistress of the feast. Come on, and bid us welcome to your sheep-shearing, as your good flock shall prosper. Sir, welcome. It is my father's will I should take on me the hostessship of the day. You're welcome, sir. Give me those flowers there, Dorcas, reverend sirs. For you there's rosemary and rue. These keep seeming and savour all the winter long. Grace and remembrance be to you both, and welcome to our shearing. Shepherdess, a fair one are you, while you fit our ages with flowers of winter. Sir, the year growing ancient, not yet on summer's death, nor on the birth of trembling winter, the fairest flowers of the season are our carnations and streaked gillivores, which some call nature's bastards. Of that kind our rustic gardens barren, and I care not to get slips of them. Wherefore, gentle maiden, do you neglect them? I have heard it said there is an art which in their piedness shares with great creating nature. Say there be, yet nature is made better by no mean, but nature makes that mean. So over that art which you say adds to nature is an art that nature makes. You see, sweet maid, we marry a gentler scion to the wildest stock, and make conceive a bark of baser kind, by bud of nobler race. This is an art which does mend nature, change it rather, but the art itself is nature. So it is. Then make your garden rich in gillivores, and do not call them bastards. I'll not put the dibble in earth to set one slip of them. no more than were I painted I would wish this youth should say 'twere well, and only therefore desire to breed by me. His flowers for you, hot lavender, mints, savory, marjoram, the marigold that goes to bed with sun, and with him rises weeping. These are flowers of middle summer, and I think they are given to men of middle age. You're very welcome. I should leave grazing were I of your flock, and only live by gazing. Out, alas, you'd be so lean that blasts of January would blow you through and through. Now, my fairest friend, I would I had some flowers of the spring that might become your time of day, and yours that wear upon your virgin branches yet your maiden heads growing. Oh, prosper, Proserpina, for the flowers now that frighted thou lest fall from Dis's wagon, daffodils that come before the swallowed airs, and take the winds of March with beauty, violets dim but sweeter than the lids of Juno's eyes, or Cytherea's breath, pale primroses that die unmarried ere they can behold bright Phoebus in his strength. A lady most incident to maids, both arched lips and the crown imperial, lilies of all kinds, the flower de luce being one. These I lack to make you garlands of, and my sweet friend, to strow him o'er, no. What, like a corpse? No, like a bank for love to lie and play on, not like a corpse. Or if not to be buried, but quick and in mine arms come, take your flowers. Methinks I play as I have seen them do in Whitsun pastorals. Sure this robe of mine does change my disposition. What you do, still better is what is done. When you speak sweet, I'd have you do it ever. When you sing, I'd have you buy and sell so give alms, pray so, and for the ordering your affairs to sing them too. When you do dance, I wish you a wave of the sea, that you might ever do nothing but that, move still so, and own no other function, each your doing, so singular in each particular grounds, what you are doing in the present